Hi, everyone. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, January 26, 2023. Well, as I was doing a little reading across different destinations on the internet, I came across a story that I thought was interesting. Now, this involves American politics. So if you're not interested, because you're not in America, that's fine. But I'll try to explain it to where it makes sense to you as we go along, just in case you're still hanging with me. Okay. We have a new Speaker of the House, and that is Kevin McCarthy. He's a Republican. He made a decision this week about the House Intel Committee that seemed to be controversial, or mainstream news was trying to frame it as partisan politics in play. Let me show you what I'm talking about, and I will have a link to this compilation I made that's on my Facebook page in the description box if you'd like to do a little reading. With my compilation, you could probably spend less than 10 minutes and be pretty well up to speed, okay? So first of all, from his own Twitter feed, here is his letter of rejection for the appointments of Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell for the House Intelligence Committee. Now, his reasoning I thought was quite good. He said he can't put partisan loyalty ahead of national security, and he can't simply recognize years of service as the sole criteria for membership in this essential committee, because integrity matters more. Now, one of the other links that I have here is to his excellent 3-minute, 25-second rebuttal to a CNN reporter who tried to claim it was partisan politics. And he went into very specific detail about why those two gentlemen are not eligible to be, or good choices to be, on the House Intel Committee. He said there were 200 Democrats that would be fine on there, but not those two. And he says why. It's a good listen, okay? Now, one of the other things to note about this, Mr. Schiff has been known since 2017 in this 17 post. They were very specific. It said blunt and direct time. Adam Schiff is a traitor to our country, a leaker of national security, evil, TikTok, okay? Called him out even in 2017, which didn't seem to matter when the House was controlled by the Democrats. They still allowed him to be on the House Intel Committee. Now, before you're saying, oh, it's partisan politics, because I don't think it was on this. There were a couple of other reasons that those two gentlemen aren't good candidates. They've lied on the record, and Mr. Swalwell was intimately, and I do mean intimately, involved with a Chinese spy. The House Intel Committee, you see, has access to information that's not available to the rest of our elected officials. So integrity really matters in that particular committee. And so I applaud Mr. McCarthy's actions in this regard. Now, here's what I wanted to do the reading on. Okay, first of all, I am not a fan of Kevin McCarthy. He has taken questionable money and done other deeds that just, I can applaud his recent actions without endorsing him as a politician, and that's what I'm doing. He took funds from Sam Bankman-Fried. He's, there's a lot going on with him that makes him dubious at best. But here's what I wanted to read about. His actions seem to indicate that if he is still the Kevin McCarthy 1.0, and that's up in the air, that he is controlled opposition at this point, that there was enough on him that he is now acting with integrity that unfortunately required some outside assistance to occur. If he's a 2.0, again, taking that outside direction. But the thing is here, guys, we're always looking for small positive indicators, or at least I am, in the fact that the what we call the plan is moving forward. And that isn't about fixing a balloting issue. The plan is about having our little ones safe and getting our world back onto a track that's more closely aligned with what our Creator intended. So yeah, there are political nuances to that. So when I look at things, though, to look for a little forward motion to share with you, this may be one of them. And that's what I wanted to do the read about, to see if we have. Because if you notice, I never give you a date prediction. I won't, for a couple of reasons. First of all, the tarot cards aren't great on giving to specific dates. There's other intuitive methods that may be better, but my predominant one is tarot. And it doesn't seem to focus in as well on dates. We can say in 3 months, how will the energy be? That kind of thing we can get some insights on, but will March 6th be an important day because of blah, blah, blah? No. The other reason is as a veteran and the daughter of a Marine who, occasionally talked about military matters, nothing confidential. I know that this is a war. And wars aren't fought on a calendar. They are fought based on forward motion. It occurs because objectives have been met. So that's another reason I don't look at dates, but I do look for forward motion indicators. And I think we might have one here. So what we're going to do is ask the cards. I firmly believe that if the deep state were in control, this kind of activity of not allowing knowingly compromised people to be on the Intel committee would not be happening. They would still be there because, they've got seniority, they've been there before, they know what they're doing, they don't need to be, brush up on the basics before they can hit the ground running and all that kind of thing. So I'm going to ask the universe, is the fact that the appointment of Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell was refused for the Intel committee, an indicator that the White Hats are in control, the plan is making forward motion, and other insights or information the universe wants us to know? Let's find out. Okay, so this recent refusal to allow Swalwell and Schiff to be on the House Intel Committee, is that a soft reveal that the White Hats are in control? And is there other information the universe wants us to know? Our first card is the Death card. Page of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. 2 of Swords. The Star. 3 of Wands. That one keeps showing up, about looking at the future in a new way and getting to new territory. Justice. Okay, let's talk about those cards. So our question was indicated by the Death card when we were asking for an indication of the fact that there's been a soft reveal going on, forward motion for the plan. The Death card is about long, slow changes, and we know that this war has been ongoing, and change is in the wind, absolutely. So what kind of change is in the wind? This tells us a little more about this card. The Page of Pentacles is a card of reliability and worthwhile effort and diligence. So because the White Hats have viewed this whole process of freeing humanity to getting us back on track as a worthwhile effort, and that endeavor has been aided, I firmly believe, by divine help. And that can include, and in my lens it does, off-world benevolent energy, ET energy. Okay, So it's been a worthwhile effort and we are getting some results for that. How do we know that? Recent past, we have the 6 of Wands, which is a victory card. You may be tired of hearing me say that, but if you're a new viewer, anytime you have a wreath on a tarot card, it indicates a victory. All right. So we've got, and this is definitely a victory card going on here. So it was a victory, the fact that they were called out. They were not only not selected to be on in the intelligence committee, but they were explicit and direct and blunt about why. So in the present, we have the 2 of Swords, which can often indicate a time of patient waiting, but also there's always a little nod here to the fact that it is always wise to use all your senses. Don't just depend on one. If you're listening to me and you're interested in politics, you're already doing that. You're looking at less conventional routes to get access to information and make up your own mind. Please continue to do that. Use your critical thinking. If I say something that doesn't resonate with you, or it just seems like it can't be right, trust your gut. Okay. So this is an unconventional war. To get news about it, we are going to sometimes have to have some unconventional tools that we use. And we're in a time now with the president that they're not anticipating any more big changes on that Intel committee, who will or won't be on it. Looking into the near future, because we get into the near future from here on out, okay, the star is showing up. That card, the star, is an optimism card, okay, and it's a good luck card. So yeah, the white hats are feeling very optimistic, and rightfully so, that we're making forward motion in the way that we should, and that's fabulous to know. Telling us a little more about that, first of all, we have 3 of Wands, which, as I already mentioned, talks about looking, setting out onto a new path, but with a clear view of what that path is. He has absolute clear view before he steps off here of where he's going. So he knows his objective, okay? It's not just a shot in the dark. And then I love it. On the other side, we have the Justice card showing up. Justice is about the fair decisions and discernment. And so, yeah, the white hats are using good judgment and making fair decisions in this current complicated political landscape. But again, more than that, even looking forward for changes that are headed our way and how we will in the future be represented as opposed to governed. Getting a few other cards here for additional insights and information. We have the 2 of Cups, which is an agreement card. It's one of, reaching at, these guys have reached a decision. It's amicable. We have an Ace of Swords showing up. Love it. Ace of Swords is telling us, first of all, it's a victory card. So yeah, we were asking if this was an indicator that the plan is proceeding and white hats are in charge. Absolutely. And even more, okay, as this plan evolves and our world changes, all of us are going to be celebrating and benefiting. This card is about abundance. It's often pentacles are our earth sign, our real sign. So our earth and our financial systems are all undergoing changes that we will be able to celebrate. And I'm not talking about the World Economic Forum's bad reset. Here, I'm alluding to more of other changes that are headed down the pike our way. And landing on top of the Justice card here and the star is our 3 of Cups. So I have absolutely no worries that it's referring to any kind of product use here. It's indicating the more traditional thing, especially landing beside this one, that this is we're coming up on a time when we are going to be able to celebrate some really positive, fantastic changes in our world, in our life, because justice is being served. And as they say, nothing can stop what is coming. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention, and I don't take you for granted, ever. So I do appreciate your patience too, because this is a home production and I'm still on the learning curve on how to do things and convey my information in a way that doesn't get me in trouble with YouTube. And that gets me into the 21st century on technology. Definitely a digital immigrant here. So I thank you for your time. And until we meet again, I send you love and light and encourage you to keep looking at these little nods to positive forward motion. Don't worry about the calendar. Worry about the destination, because we are closer and we're part of it because of our manifesting our good vibrations, our just turning away from fear and anxiety porn, and learning how to be kinder, better people who are ready to reach our full potential and help others do the same. Thank you. Good night.